If I could sell hair by the pound, I would have been a millionaire after 8 days. You're talking like 8 weeks, some 12 weeks who haven't had haircuts since February.
Life and pandemic. This is a very uncertain time.
We've had no sicknesses, knock on wood.
It still doesn't feel real.
At first it feels like a snow day, but then it becomes a really long snow day where they still want you to do schoolwork and you don't get to see your friends.
This is sometimes a sanctuary for men and talk sports and things. We don't have sports anymore. I've heard a lot of them say, man, I'm just ready to get out the house and just get back in the barbershop. Like, I don't even care, you know? Those are the ones that are still coming every week and every other week.
So you went from total freedom to do anything you wanted, go where you wanted, see who you wanted, to all of a sudden, you're on lockdown. You have to be careful with everything you do. You have to think about everything before you do it.
We had a tree that was right there. We spent time, getting that flattened out and getting some gravel brought up. And we're not drive-through, so trying to figure it out. Just kind of getting crazy with trying to ideate and try to survive.
We were closed for about 7 weeks. We really have to be creative because we have 12 staff members and only 5 could work. We just told them we'll just take it week by week.
I described it as my brain hurt. The education community, we've got the biggest challenge of our career ahead of us to try to figure out how to engage not just with kids, but with parents.
So I've realized that I am a lip reader. I'm like, I'm sorry, what did you say? I can't hear you, even though I can hear you, but I rely on the lips for sure.
I've had quite a few mask casualties, as I call them. I think my first week I had like 15 masks that I cut.
How you doing today, sir?
It's hard to express. Look at that guy. He doesn't look like he's welcoming you to an establishment. He looks like he's mowing a lawn.
My voice is kind of soft-spoken, so I really have to try to enunciate and make sure they're hearing me.
Even recognizing people. I'm waving at people and they're looking at, who is that? Like, we've known each other a long time. How do you not know who this is?
You don't always have to look to see if you have something stuck in your teeth.
Keep it about 68 degrees in here because it gets so hot from, talking all day.
Even when we do their eyebrows, we ask them not to talk a lot just because we're right up there in their face.
I have to remind myself to drink some water. I've even started setting a timer on my phone, like, hey, take a drink, because even then you're supposed to be away from everybody when you have your mask off.
No one wants to have one. None of them are comfortable. If you're not wearing a mask, you're just kind of saying, I don't really care.
A lot of people don't believe it. They don't want to wear their masks. They don't want to, follow the rules and stuff like that until it touches close to home.
Anything but an N95 or better mask is really worn to protect the people you're around.
My mom is a cancer survivor. We all just, have to wave from the window. Hard for my kids. It's hard for me.
My mom's getting older and she just had a birthday. She's like, so are you gonna come out? I can't because for you just miss the personal, hug and touch.
Even when the numbers start to drop, it doesn't mean that it's gone. The understanding of what we need to do as a community to make sure that we're not causing this virus to be even worse than it already is.
We're going to have to redesign everything we've ever thought of before. We can't be the little classroom that starts to spread it that much more for the rest of the community.
I make sure that I don't get anybody else sick because I want everybody to worry about my mom and I want to worry about everybody's mom or grandma or, whoever is important in their life.
This is something I've loved doing since I was a child. But to get back to it, that's my biggest joy.
We just have to try our best to remember every single guideline to keep us safe and healthy.
I want to be successful. I want our business to work. We all depend on this place.
I hope this whole virus changes us.
I'm hoping it has enhanced families.
It has allowed us to slow down. It forced us to slow down.
There's so much more at stake in our connections as humans, and the more we can work together as a collective, it's just better.
But at the end of the day, you have to laugh.
This too shall pass, and we'll be better, on the other side.